Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Wayne's World of Science and Technology. Today we're going to talk about something about the Charlie Kirk shooting, but not about Charlie himself. When I saw the video of the shooting, I noticed a couple of things that I haven't seen anybody else comment on. If you look at the situation, how Charlie was shot, where the shooter was, what they did afterwards, to a certain point, it looks like Frank Castle was involved. When I say a certain point, the situation shown is very much like the situation, some of the situations shown in the first episode of the Punisher miniseries. There is the one where he shoots the cartel member with the, basically sniper rifle. And later on, there's a couple of scenes, through the series, there's a couple of scenes where he has worked out escape routes to get away from places where he's shot people. I think that whoever shot Charlie, and yes, I know Tyler Robinson's been arrested for it, and there's a relatively good possibility that he is the shooter. We don't actually know yet because the police haven't released everything, but it looks pretty solid that he is probably the one. So I'm wondering if Tyler got some of his ideas from watching TV. This is not a call out to say TV is dangerous or anything. People will get their ideas anywhere. But I think specifically he tried to pull off a Frank Castle Punisher style kill and came very close to succeeding. The bullet hit too high, which was one thing that a lot of people noticed. I didn't see that myself because, quite frankly, the views I saw weren't all that clear, but apparently the bullet hit too high. It missed the sniper's triangle and actually hit the throat, if I understand correctly. And so it's not quite, he tried to imitate the Punisher by the look of it, but didn't succeed. The caching of the gun, again, something that quite often is done by assassins in movies. They get rid of their weapons. Now, where it really gets crazy, from my point of view, is while he appears to have learned all that, he didn't learn other things. Like wearing different clothing on the day, clothing that you wouldn't normally wear on the day that you pull something like this off. It makes you harder to recognize. He didn't wear a hoodie. A hoodie would have covered his face better. He didn't use any of the possible ways of messing up facial recognition, as far as we can tell. Now, I'll say straight out, some of them involve things that you'd have to put in your mouth, so they wouldn't be visible. But there are ways to mess up facial recognition by using things like that to make your cheeks bulge or adding a mustache. He didn't do any of that. So this is he tried to imitate a professional, but failed on so many levels. What he got right, or close to right, was what he saw on TV, I suspect. I can't prove this is only a theory. But what he appears to have gotten right was what was on TV. If it wasn't on TV, he didn't get it right. So, yeah, it's still a real mess. I mean, let's face it, anybody's death is a loss. Charlie's family is never going to get over this. I'm just interested in the mechanics, because when people do things, the mechanics are often extremely interesting. They tell you a lot about the perpetrator. And the mechanics of what the assassination are showing here is that if whoever it was, whether it was Tyler or not, basically was running a smartass operation. They didn't properly think things through. They didn't look at things properly. And if the reporting about all the stuff that he posted in Discord is correct, he basically was echoing ahead of time what he was intending. And that leaves the police a very solid trail. If he was a professional, he would not have done this. A professional would have basically set things up in such a way that, or tried to set things up in such a way that they could have made an easier escape, for one thing. A professional wouldn't have taken a shot from on top of the building. That's a, hey, we're TV, we can get away with whatever we want to move. No, he would have taken the shot from inside the building, which would have involved removing a piece of glass from one of the windows, but that's not that hard. There are things called glass cutters. And if you fire from far enough back in the room, no one's ever going to know where it came from. There won't be any smoke puff. They won't see any flash of cordite. They won't see a thing. So Tyler did it the smart-ass way, the uneducated way. And in case you ask why I know all this crap, it's because assassination is one of the things that people use to do bad things, and I study bad things. Some of the bad things I study would absolutely horrify everybody, but I won't tell you about them or show you the videos because, well, YouTube would freak even more than it already does about me. Anyways, that's it for now, folks. Like, share, subscribe, and all that guff if you got something out of this, and have a good day. Bye-bye.